What's good, YouTube? Cardfight King here, Aqua Life baby. You already know how it is. So for today's video, I wanted to give you guys a tournament report for Glory Maelstrom's first day out, really, on tournament play for yesterday. Uploading it in the middle of the match video uploads I got this past weekend, so pretty good. I'm just at the store waiting for mom. Well, I know someone messaged me about why I have like a lot, like the match videos all like have Grand Blue featured, and I'll get to that in a moment. But yeah, so for the tournament, we did pretty good. Round one. Now, I wasn't testing the build. I wasn't playing the build that I originally showed you guys in the deck profile. I was actually playing Penguin Soldier in the deck, 3 copies of Penguin Soldier. Every day I go to test, I usually try to spend a day testing a different grade 1 lineup. Like first day I was testing what's his name? Calm Assault. I was testing Calm Assault first day. Then I was testing I tested Dine before with Old Maelstrom, the older build. She was okay. I did test her a little bit with Glory. It was alright. But I wanted to test a Penguin Soldier. Why? Because I feel like that slot is really what do you want to get out of that slot? What what are you looking for? I wanted to see how was the counter charger, what it did, because when I was testing with like Dine and other units, I felt like something where like Penguin Soldier's rest in 5k is actually a really decent ability for definitely for a turn 2 play, but it can also work in other applications for when for what your field looks like. So for instance, like for a turn 2 play, being able to rest Penguin Soldier, let's say give Tidal Assault or Algos on rearguard circle plus 5k, then we can poke for 14 out of Vanguard, and then you also have you have Coral Assault and then your Vanguard, and then you can do stuff like with Wheel Assault. So it just, I feel like Penguin Soldiers, rest in 5k could really benefit like your smaller numbers on rearguard circles for a turn 2 play, and then, carrying on that turn 2 play into your grade 3 turn, you can definitely make some plays with him there, and he also is there for a counter charge as well. So I wanted to just try him out. And in doing that, round 1 played against Gold Paladin. I won that 2-0. My opponent rode Ravenhaired both games. One game he kept me at 1 damage. So I just sat on, OG Maelstrom and excuse me, I'm tired. Did what I need to do. We just had some good food. I just had some takoyaki, some onigiri. I weebed out, man. But yeah, so we had that. We did that. Was able to win both games. Just a lot of norm application. He couldn't. He couldn't really. I don't know what his hand was, but he was taking quite a bit of damage. I guess hoping for a damage trigger, but he did hit one there, but the way I set up my columns, where it was that even though there's a damage trigger, I can still get off a very valuable attack despite having a damage trigger. So basically both games I was winning on OG Maelstrom, but game 2, he just gave me 1 damage because he was trying to dig for blonde Ezel, the one that you want to superior ride, and he just, since he couldn't get to it, he just gave me 1 damage, and then I gloried him for game. Round 2 played against Angel Feathers. Now, my opponent, I don't know if he knew how to play Glory or not. Don't know. But he went Protect 2 against Glory with Angels. Yeah, we kind of wave clapped my mans. yeah, that game just went south as soon as he went Protect 2. Game 2, then game 2, I just, did what I used to do for Angels, was like, I know that they use the damage as a second hand, but I'm like, I want them to play a little bit high risk, in a way, because I want them to feel as uncomfortable as possible. Putting them to high damage, and they're close to death, even though they have more cars accessible through the damage zone. I'm like, I'll poke out certain rears I need, but I'll go ahead and I'll keep swinging on the Vanguard, force you to start blocking cards and blocking attacks using key cards to defend with. So did that, was able to win 2-0. Round 3, lost to Bermuda. I lost in game 3. Game 1, I G assisted, and I just couldn't recover from that. Bermuda just kind of steamrolled me. Then game two was a lot better. Better turn 2 rush play. Was able to see, I actually saw pieces for a really nice turn 2 rush. Turn 3 was able to drop regular Glory, force him to not be able to intercept, or Glory, force him to not intercept. Was able to knock some cars out of his hand. I had Riptide on board. Oh yeah, and that was the game I got the Riptide turn 2 combo off. Had him on board, had Tidal swinging in, had a Coral Assault, so pretty good there. And then eventually I rode Glory, gave everything to 10k, full power Glory, and was able to close the game despite a heal on 6. Riptide Dragon still came through for me as usual. Then in game 3, I got super steamrolled. I ain't gonna front. I legit cannot block 361k columns with a Force 2 marker, and then he hits a crit and draw on top of that. Cannot block at all. No. He ripped Icaro off the top of his deck. He had a handful of 3s. I mean, the game couldn't have gone any more perfectly. Not fun. Then in round 4, played against Novas. He was playing the Heroes build, was spinning Valiant. I won both games on First Ride Glory. Basically, the tail of the tape was pretty much the same. First Ride Glory, really kind of just pressured his Vanguard. Game 2, he didn't ride spinning Valiant, so I did have I didn't have to worry about the Counterblast 4 with that super guard manipulation skill. But yeah, I was able to close up the game before things got a bit ugly. The no intercepting thing was kind of annoying. Also, he had a lot of cards that gain power with more damage you have. Yeah, that kind of got annoying, but we were able to close out both games. And then so we ended up topping, obviously. So 3-1. Good day. Then after we started recording, I was recording some matches where you guys saw, uploading this in the middle of. Reason why I have a lot of Grand Blue on here is because, and yes, I'm gassing them up, but I think that Grand Blue is a very underrated deck, especially on paper. I really think that they were underrated on paper. I did rag on them for a bit. I'm not even going to fake. I did rag on them for a bit, but it's like, then you started thinking like, well, what are they like in actual application? They're very solid. They can block everything under the sun. They can, they have really nice push turns. Cositis is a fantastic card for the clan. They are on a time limit, in terms of milling and whatnot, but you have a ton of utility with like Cositis and Greed Shake getting what you want. They have the ability to decide whether they want to go for like a power push play or draw to build up their defenses with access to Ripple Banshee and Ghost Ship and whatnot. Being able to draw 3 cards in a turn after calling out your board for free using 1 Counterblast to conserve hand. I mean, it's really good. Then you have Dragon to close out games. I think Franger is a whole lot better with this new Grand Blue. Again, you have cards like Greed Shade being able to get whatever cards you want from your drop zone when you use his ability. Then Frank, you can set up Franger really nicely. Drop Franger on board, put like a 12k booster behind him. So 29k column right there. hit any trigger, you could put that power on him too. But his ability just getting off is consistent, and the fact, and not only that, but it's more about the fact that his guard manipulation ability is actually more scary now than it has been, because now you draw so many cards with this deck. You know, being able to use Cositis into Ripple Banshee and Ghost Ship, building up a huge hand, you almost always have, like, you know, the grade 1, you know, grade 0, grade 1, grade 2, and he already has the built-in no sentinel, you know, no sentinel restriction. So you can really set up his ability a lot more consistently with the amount of draw power and resource conservation you have with this new Grand Blue deck. And we have a lot of Grand Blue on the channel because that's really what a lot of people are playing. Black Sea has been playing that quite a bit. You know, we have a lot of other people picking it up. Like, this deck has probably gotten picked up the most out of any deck out of the set, really. A lot of new Grand Blue players. Few, you know, I've seen the Aqua player here and there, but and there, you know, D Police, I know in D Police is actually pretty sizable too. So I really say a lot of new Grand Blue players, quite a bit of D Police players, amount of Aqua Force players, but you know, it is what it is. It's all right. But yeah, next match video is going to be Grand Blue. Yes, again, but not Black Sea this time, versus Dimension Police. It's actually, the match is broken up into 2 parts. The video was like an hour long. It was a very good match, actually, pretty entertaining, pretty fun. Both games were very grindy and came down to the wire. So I think it's something that you guys will definitely enjoy if you stick around for the video. But that's all I got for you guys. Hope you guys enjoyed it. You already know what it is. Aqua Life, baby, and we out.